Amazon receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now Aikman. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw. Recon, 132 fighter.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Five.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Running right, here's Falk. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch 54, watch 54. Here we go,
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd down, Muhammad trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Lutz is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 3rd down, Aikman. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Set, 18 Gator. Hey, lock it.
On 1st down, Tomlinson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Saints 32-yard line. Yep.
56. Check 56. Go, go, go.
And this is Tomlinson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Swing 3, 218, chop.
On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now it's Tomlinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Aikman. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. 10-2 start.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up in it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Tomlinson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tomlinson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Returnable for Grant. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. It's complete. He finds Falk here. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach can...
And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the 25 on second down, Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They go again to Tomlinson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Tomlinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. Tomlinson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
8-3.
Now Aikman to throw on second down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
Let's go now. 30 base.
On first and 10, it's Aikman. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try and run. Tomlinson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And his kick is indeed good, and that's going to tie us at 13. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on second and 8. Breeze. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Breeze now on first down. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tomlinson takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right there, 56. Hey, wahoo!
Now Aikman looking to throw. Buying time to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Aikman setting to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
70, Indy.
On 1st down, Tomlinson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They stay on the ground, Tomlinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the
You can have one go in the wrong direction. From the gun on 3rd down is Aikman. And the catch made by Johnson. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Put a bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball.
It cost them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tomlinson, and they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now Aikman on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Aikman will throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. On third down, Tomlinson, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Aikman. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, here's Aikman, complete, it's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now Aikman, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. To throw is Aikman, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown Tampa Bay. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Hey, 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 hey.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly.
Down to 0.